today I'm going to be showing you how I organize / store all of my holiday decorations. I think it was in my Halloween decorating or decorate with me, whatever that video was where I was decorating for Halloween. I mentioned that my goal this year was to get all matching orange totes, like storage totes, and get my Halloween decorations organized and either donate or give away, whatever, the decorations that I am no longer using or that I'm just not feeling anymore. It's not really going with the vibe that I'm doing right now. My ultimate goal in 2019, I'm gonna make this a 2019 goal because we're nearing the end of, or we are at the end of 2018. So I'm making my 2019 goal, one of them, not the entire goal. Either way, I want to take on my storage room, get it under control, go through everything, and have it looking nice and neat. And don't worry, I will take you along for the ride. But in the meantime, because I'm not doing that until, if I'm being real with myself, I probably won't get it done until after I graduate in May. So until then though, I figured all my holiday decorations have been out. It was just Halloween, or Halloween was just out. And then now I have my Christmas stuff out. So I figured, okay, if my holiday decorations are all out, I might as well get those organized and in their storage bins and kind of come up with some new solutions that could help me out. So of course, I thought I'd take you guys along for the ride in case you are also trying to get through your holiday decorations, get them organized, get rid of the things that you no longer want or aren't serving you or are broken, those types of things. Or maybe you're just looking for some motivation to take down your decorations. Maybe you're watching this after the holidays and you're just like, I don't want to do it right now. Oh, I also wanted to mention, this is the longest intro ever, my apologies, but I also wanted to mention that, just to warn you, that I am taking down holiday decorations in this video, but I'm taking down Halloween decorations in this video. First of all, I may or may not have taken down my Halloween decorations on December 1st. That was a thing. And second, I didn't want to film this video when I was taking down my Christmas decorations because I usually don't take those down until after the first of the year. So if I waited until then, you guys would probably already have your maybe Halloween, but most of you would probably already have your holiday decorations taken down. So I wanted to catch you before that happens in case you were looking for some storage or organization, decluttering kind of tips. So yeah, that was my whole mindset here. So don't get confused by the holidays. It's just different decorations, same storage, organization tips. So this can be used for every single holiday that you have decorations for / store your stuff for / fill up an entire room with. Anyways, 5,000 years later, the longest intro of all time. If you guys want to see how I organize and store my holiday decorations, in this case my Halloween decorations, then just keep watching. Hey ghouls, hey! So the first thing I'm going to do, this is new to me this year, is I'm going to take pictures and some videos of the setups that I liked from this year. So the mantle this year, I was totally into it. I do a similar mantle every year, but I always forget how I set it up. So this will be a good reminder for me. It's also great for when I'm planning my mantle or decorations next year. I know what to get, what I need, what I don't need, that kind of thing. Also, when I'm scrolling back through the gallery to pick out the photos I liked or that show the mantle the best, I will hit that little heart button at the bottom. I have an iPhone, so I don't know other phones, but the iPhone has a little heart button, and that way I can go to my favorites and find the photos right away and not have to scroll through a million photos later. All right, so now for the fun part, I'm going to bring up all of my Halloween bins, and this year I did reach my goal of getting all matching orange bins, and I got them all from Menards. They had them on sale. I think they were like $5.99 or $6 something. Menards, by the way, is kind of like Home Depot if you don't have one, but they were super inexpensive, and I stocked up. So after I get all my pictures taken and bring my boxes up, I'm going to start taking down my Halloween decorations and setting them on my island. This year I'm doing this a little bit differently. Normally I just throw everything in bins and call it a day, but I wanted to be a little bit more strategic. So my mantle, as I mentioned earlier, I like the direction it's going in, so I want to do something similar again next year. So I'm going to store all my mantle pieces together, and that's going to be box 1. The trees are the only thing that didn't really fit in that box, but that's okay. So the first thing I'm going to do with the decorations before I store them is I'm going to take out all the batteries. So somebody told me about this a couple years ago. They were like, oh, I need to take out all my batteries before I put everything away so they don't corrode. And I was like, what?
I had never thought of it. I don't know why that never occurred to me, but I always just left the batteries in because it was convenient. But I thought about it. I'm like, my decorations will last 500 times longer if I take the batteries out every year. It takes 2 seconds. And then I put the batteries in little Ziploc baggies and then put them in the box to be reused next year. You don't have to do that. You can use them throughout the year if you need them in your house. But just so I won't have to be digging around for batteries next year, I'll just throw them in the box with everything else. And I'll have the exact batteries I need for the exact decorations I need. So here I'm just wrapping my breakable items. So a snow globe, my headless horseman. I'm using the paper that I got from Home Goods or Marshalls that they had wrapped other things in. I just keep it, hang on to it, throw them in these bins while I'm already decorated, and then reuse it later. Another new tip that I'm picking up this year is writing down everything that I'm putting into each box. So I just put the headless horseman down, the snow globe down. You can do this beforehand. I actually forgot that I was even going to do this. So I'd already wrapped 2 things, but then I just started writing down everything else that I'm going to be putting in this box or bin. Sometimes I don't know exactly how much is going to fit, so I'll write it kind of as I go or just do a general estimate of what's going in there and then kind of add things as I go. But this list is going to be really helpful if I need to know what's in each box, if I'm looking for something later, or if I come across something and want to know if I already have it or something like that, because we're getting a little out of control over here, if we're being honest. And then once again, I'm going to get out my phone. I'm going to take a picture of this list and hit that little heart button so I have it in my favorites. I can either put this on a hard drive for my Halloween 2018 decorations, like I have a whole separate folder on my computer or hard drive, or what I'm going to do is I'll probably keep it on my phone. So next year when I'm shopping for decorations in August, because I always shop super early, I can always have this reference point. I can look back on this list, see what I have so I don't get duplicates, or so I don't miss every single year. I feel like I miss out on things that I thought I already had or that I didn't know that I needed. I was like, no, I don't need that. But then I look back and I'm like, dang, that would have gone great next to this headless horseman or whatever. You know what I mean? So here I'm just going through and wrapping everything. I wrap every single thing unless it's cloth, which you'll see what I'm going to do coming up. But I wrap everything, even if it is not glass, because one year I had one of these bins fall. It was up high and it fell on the ground. Almost everything broke. I was devastated. And it wasn't even the glass things that broke because those were wrapped. It was the plastic things or plaster things that were bumping together and they chipped or broke, or like any long pieces broke off. And so I learned my lesson the hard way. So I wrap literally every single thing with either old tissue paper, like it's holiday season, save all that tissue paper and wrap everything you can with it. Or I save the paper from Home Goods or Marshalls. So now that I have my mantle box all loaded up, I pushed it to the side just in case I needed this space later, because there was quite a bit of space left in that box, and I actually did end up needing it later because I do have quite a bit of decorations, way more than I do Christmas, so I needed the space. But now I am bringing everything else over to the island, everything else that I decorated with or anything new that I got. And I'm also at this point going to take out batteries. I'm going to check and make sure items work, make sure I still like the aesthetic or like the decoration for the aesthetic I'm going for. Also, just see if it's serving its purpose still. And if not, I'll have a separate bin or paper bag or something like that I'll put these items in to donate. And then I'll take that bag or bin straight out to my car. That way I can just drop it off when I'm out running errands. If it's something I want to give away or see if somebody would want, I'll text them usually right as I'm doing it to see if they want something. If not, it goes straight into the bin. I don't wait. I don't leave it lying around because I literally will not put it away. I will not dig out my Halloween decorations again. So I just take care of it while I can. So here, once again, I'm just taking out all the batteries and all the candles, jack-o'-lanterns. I'm going to do this all at once. I did the mantle separate just because that was entirely separate in general, but everything else is coming out now. You can hold on to the batteries for your Christmas decorations if you want to, or what I do is, once again, just put them in a bag and throw them in the box where they belong, so it's way less work later. So here I'm just wrapping everything, and I really don't have a specific order. Everything's pretty much breakable. So I just wrap each and every item with this old ass tissue paper. Literally some of it's so wrinkly and shredded that I just need to get some new tissue paper. But the holidays are rolling around. Actually, they're like right now. So I'll probably get some this year and can just reuse that. But I usually only keep the white tissue paper because items that are white or have a light color, sometimes if you use like a dark blue tissue paper or red tissue paper, I don't know if it would happen, but I don't want the colors to bleed onto the actual decoration. So I try to stick to neutral colors. If I do use green or orange or something like that, it'll be for an item that is black or darker colored to where if it did bleed, you wouldn't even see it. But yeah, so things are typically white or cream or something like that, so it doesn't affect the actual decorations. Also, when I'm putting the decorations into the bin, I always put the heavier items at the bottom or the items that don't have anything that dangle from it. So if there's like a witch is holding something, or it's a bobblehead or something like that, I will put that towards the top if I can, just because I don't want it to break under weight. Also, once again, just writing down everything that I'm putting in the box, and this is box number 2, so I'll write that at the top of the list, so I'll know when I'm going through my phone where things are, just in case I need to dig in that box. I don't have to go through 5,000 boxes to get there. To store cloth items, this is actually another new thing for me. I've never done this before. I think I saw it on Pinterest or something, but someone was storing their cloth items in Ziploc bags, like the gallon-sized Ziploc bags, and just sealing them up so it would protect them from moths or water or anything like that. And although these plastic bins are pretty solid, like I don't think a bunch of bugs or water is going to get in there, if there's something in the box, like a snow globe or something else with water, that's also something else to consider, where it could protect the cloth item from those types of things. Also, a little note to self for next year, some of these cloth items were too big for the gallon-sized Ziploc bags, so I ended up using Target bags just to make it work this year, although that won't seal it too much from water. But in the future, I think I might use those sealable bags, like, the vacuum seal bags, because not only would those save space, I think that they'd protect a little bit better even. So I might consider that in the future, although it would be a little pricey. I might be able to reuse them every year and stuff like that, so it might be worth the investment. So from here, I'm just going to do the same thing, wrap everything, write down what I'm putting in each box or bin or whatever, and put the cloth items in these Ziploc bags, all that good stuff. But I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to fast forward through it just for those of you who I know I'm this way, who like to watch storing and organizing type of videos or cleaning videos where you see progress. I love seeing something that is cluttered, like a surface, get clean. I don't know. There's something about it that gets me motivated to do it myself. So I will leave this here in fast motion, fast forward, whatever. So you can watch me finish up this project, I guess. Also, little secret side note, if you're looking in my pantry and it looks like a total disaster, that's because it is. And yes, that will be a project that we're going to take on together one of these days. We're going to totally do a complete pantry makeover. I want to go all in. I want a full-on celebrity style organized pantry. So that's going to be something that we're going to take on here moving forward or in the future. So yeah, if you're peeking in there, I saw you. I know who you are. No, not really. I'm not that creepy, but kind of. So I bought this big clear bin this year to put all my jack-o'-lanterns in, or I was hoping to put all my jack-o'-lanterns in there. It didn't really work out that way. I have way more jack-o'-lanterns than bins, so I had to put some in a different bin, but the whole idea was to have them in a clear bin since you can see inside. But I did get my big ones and some little baby ones in there, and then I'll just get a couple more next year or something like that, or eventually. But some people just prefer clear bins in general, but since I wrap the majority of my stuff, you can't really tell what's in there, so I just prefer to color coordinate them to the different holidays. So orange obviously for Halloween and red or green for Christmas time. Then I'm going to mark each box. I'm going to put a little piece of duct tape, and then with a permanent marker, write box 1 or box 2, just the different box numbers and so on. And then I'm going to put the list of items from each box inside of the box, just laying on top. That way, if somebody else needs to get inside of them, or I need to get inside of them and don't have my phone with me, or accidentally deleted them or something, all the information, like whatever's in the box, will be listed right inside. After I was done with this process, I just took all the boxes down to my basement. I didn't film it because I didn't put it in the storage room yet. That will be a whole separate video where I'm organizing my storage room, and you'll see the shelving systems that I have in place, which I don't have in place yet, just to be honest, and all those things that I decide to do later. But for now, all of our Halloween decorations are nice and organized and ready to store.
Alright guys, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me declutter / organize / store my holiday decorations / Halloween decorations. If you like these kind of videos, give this a thumbs up. Say hey girl, hey down in the comment section, or just let me know what your favorite tip was, or if you have any good tips, please leave them down in the comments. I love a good organization / decluttering / storage tip. Those are my favorite ever. So if you have any extras, leave those down in the comments. I would love to hear them. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.